everyone, Caren Glasser here, and welcome to this episode of The Passion Point. This is the show where we follow passionistas all around the world who are really making a difference in the world that we live in. And today I'm really excited about our special guest. Her name is Lore Raymond. She's a multi-best-selling author and book startup and messenger mentor, and she is the founder and chief inspirator. Did I say that right? Inspirator of Women as Visionaries that seeks to empower women through spiritual inspiration and information. Welcome to the show, Lore. How are you today?
Happy to be here.
We are so delighted that you're here today. We've got a really great show. And I just want to right out the gate, I want to ask you, what is your definition of passion?
Okay, getting out, Caren. So, hearing me okay?
Well, we're getting having you cut out a little bit, so we're going to go do the thing that I told you to do. Go ahead and refresh yourself, and as you're refreshing yourself and coming back in, I will talk to our audience, and then we'll bring you back in. So go ahead and refresh yourself. We're having some technical difficulties right now.
Okay.
Okay? So what's really amazing about Lore is she's got this really great group on Facebook. I'm a member, and I think a lot of you may also be members. It's her Women as Visionaries, and it's really awesome what she does. She has a lot of amazing women that come in and they speak to one another and they talk about their projects, and she's an amazing author. She's an amazing coach and mentor for people that want to write, which is one of the things and one of the reasons that I'm so attracted, and actually Lore resonates so well with me, is because of what she does and how she helps other people. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about what she does. I think we even have another special guest that we're going to bring in as well, and we're going to be talking about what Lore does and what things are coming up on the horizon so that maybe you can even share in the love. We have a couple people that are on. If you're here on replay, we're delighted that you're here on replay. Make sure that you put comments down below because the conversation continues over and over and over long after we've gone. So whether you're live or on replay, go ahead and put your comments there, and we've got Lore back in the show. Lore, welcome back.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we're delighted you're here too. So what is your definition of passion?
Well, I'm going to borrow from Oprah, and that her answer, and it's my answer, is that passion is energy, and you feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. And what excites me, that's helping everyone, but especially women, rediscover or discover their passion, translating their writing or creative projects. And the question I have for people is to think the word passion has 2 syllables, right?
Right.
2 syllables. I want you to break it into 3 syllables. Again, I am a writer, so if you break these syllables, it's pass,
right.
On. The question then is, what do I want to pass on? Tonight, it's about sharing ideas about how we
here. Hopefully this is going to straighten out right now. That I never heard passion actually explained that way. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move on into the show right now. We're going to tell you, I would like you to tell me a little bit about your journey. What's your journey? How did you get to where you are today?
Oh my. I think that I'm a forever student and teacher. So that started as an elementary school teacher in Selma, Alabama. Honduras. Because of the digital age, it's that teaching and that learning what I am passionate about, which is about people discovering their passions, but translating that authentic voice through writing and creative projects. And my writing career goes back to when I was 7 years old, and I really have I wrote something like 24 people every Saturday, family and friends for years, and that's really where my writing career began.
That's wonderful. And so let's fast forward to today and what you're doing today with the Women as Visionaries and the things that you're doing, and especially something that's coming up in the future.
Yes, well, right now it's really exciting that I'm birthing, if you would, 3 monthly creative writing gathering, and we just launched it at the historic Peninsula Inn. Amazing writing weekend of October, and event is an online course starting this fall. So you can see it's writing, and more writing.
And more writing. So who would you say needs to recharge their creativity? And why is it such a need? I mean, why do you talk about stuff like that?
I think right now, if you just are aware of what's going on in the world, we just finished a full thunder moon. It has a lot of other names. We've got a major solar on August 21st, whether you're aware or not. It's the last time, it's the last time it'll happen for 300 years. We also have something called Mercury Retrograde happening, and then we've got dog days of summer. So if nobody knows anything about, believes in astrology, you're feeling what a friend of mine, Carrie Price, calls summer brain. And you just don't have that energy. But how do you get that energy for these final months with your business and your personal projects so that you can finish strong for 2017 and have the energy to plan for 2018. So everyone is very busy, and today's show is some suggestions, some cool ideas that you can align with these energies and shift and not let the swirling tsunami of busy. I mean, I heard somebody say today, oh, I'm so busy, and I'm like, who isn't busy? I think we should just have busy on our foreheads.
I agree. So we're going to ask our viewers. So, you know what, as this conversation is going on, if you're busy, if you think you're busy, tell us what you're busy with, and listen to some of the suggestions that we're going to hear right now from Lori as to how to better align, right, with August energy. Tell us some ideas.
Well, I want everybody to grab their paper and their pen, because we are going to give you some cool ideas, and you'll walk away with at least one really cool idea that you can implement tonight, and then another one tomorrow. So I wanted to tell you a story, and that is that this very interesting, I guess you can see it, this very interesting called Life and Light flashlight showed up yesterday. And it is so, what I discovered is that it became a metaphor for what I wanted to share with people tonight to recharge their creativity. Mm-hmm. The whole idea is just to look around for the ordinary metaphors and those analogies that will recharge your creativity. And what I cool idea is then that you can use the characteristics of this ordinary or this metaphor. And I'm going to give you some examples. So the second cool idea, after just using ordinary metaphors that I didn't know that this was going to happen, and it was just so cool, is that some of the cool features of this flashlight, it's called a seat belt cutter blade. It's right here. So if you're in a car, you can cut the strap and it can release you. So you definitely want one of these in your car or home.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it just goes right in here. I'm not going to demonstrate with my finger. And my invitation is to folks is to and answer, what's holding you back? What seatbelt do you have strapped on that's got you stuck? And once you define where you're stuck or who's, then you can cut that seatbelt and you can move on. So what a cool feature.
Very cool.
The cool idea number 4, other cool idea is that here on the tip of it, there are 4 high-powered magnets that you can then mount this to the trunk of your car. So my invitation is for you, the cool idea is to find 4 friends, 5 would be better, that you are part of a creative mastermind, an editing team, for just a creative brain trust. I'm finding that as I reach out and I'm vulnerable and I say, so what do you think about? I'm getting amazing ideas. So again, find for that other cool idea. And if anybody has a mastermind group or a creative group like that, that would be great to hear.
I think that's
awesome. The fifth idea is,
that's awesome.
Yeah, the fifth idea, that this was the magnet end. Now we're going to look at, I hope you can see it. Can you see it?
You got to raise it a little higher.
Okay. That there is there's a compass. And so my cool idea for recharging your creativity is to stay true to your ideas and your messages and your branding. Shift you think that the masses want, or you went on a call like this and you change everything. And I'm reminded, Caren, of Stephen Covey, who wrote the mega bestseller, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
One of my favorite books.
He talks about staying true to your North Star. And so why he says that is that it changes its position in the night sky. So that as you're moving through your writing and your creative projects, and you've got your, stay true like the North Star, and let your inner compass of intuition, those whispers that come to you, guide you if you. And then the final cool idea is that this guy, I don't know, you can see it.
Not yet. Raise it a little higher. There you go. Okay.
I'm not ready for QVC.
So what is that exactly?
What this is?
Oh, it's a crank.
There are 3 batteries in this. This is called a power generated crank dynamo. No adapter needed. So once you in here, you can recharge your battery. So for me, I live in Florida. I've got hurricanes and storms. I don't have to worry about it. And it has something like 10,000 hours just on the battery, but I can crank it. Is for you to think about, you've got these inner batteries. They're always there, and you can do what I just did, which is to recharge them. And do a call like this. But what I love the message about this this hand crank generator is for you to do this. So yes, trust, as you said, your inner battery. So those 6 cool ideas that I hope people, they really thought, wow, this is a cool idea. Not to mention buying this battery called, again, Live and Light. Something I went ahead and bought 2.
I want one.
So I've got one in my bedroom and one in my car.
I'm going to go get one as soon as we're done off the show. I'm going to go get one. That is way cool. So, Lori, I'm going to ask our viewers to, listen. You just gave us 6 really great ways and ideas and tips on what we can do if we have. I'm saying it's not, the video is not playing. Will there be a replay? Carol, you might want to refresh your screen because it appears that we're live and I see we have 4 people on, so I'm not sure what that is. So go ahead and refresh your screen. And if you're listening right now or even on replay, tell us which one of those ideas resonate with you and put them in the comments so that we can have a sense of what the community is thinking right now. Now, I know that you have an event coming up. Tell us what the name of the event is, and then we have a special guest that we're going to bring in as well. What is the name of the event?
Yes, absolutely. If you like just some of these ideas about recharging your creativity, then I have, and that's to join me and 24 other writing sisters for the Gulfport Writing Retreat. The tagline is Renew Your Body and Creative Soul. It's October 29th through November 3rd. Waterfront town that borders St. Petersburg. And we're going to be at the historic Peninsula Inn. And she is 125 years young. Imagine a
wow.
water for 125 years. And oh, by the way, ghost named Isabel will inspire our writing.
It sounds amazing. What can our creative listeners expect if they come to this event? What can they expect?
Not just a retreat and blocks of time for
Okay, Lori, you're cutting out right now. We are getting some really bad interference right now. So I'm going to ask you to refresh yourself, and I'm going to actually introduce one of your special speakers that is going to be joining you on the retreat. So if you refresh yourself, I'm going to bring in Caren Truhan, and as I drop you out, and I'm going to bring Caren in, and she's coming in right now. Caren Truhan is a theta healing, and how you doing, Caren? She's a theta healing instructor, and we'll be doing a 2-hour workshop. Unlock your creative soul. Learn to ride the wave of possibilities with theta healing. And you live also on the East Coast of Florida. So I have a question for you right off the bat. What the heck is theta healing?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here and share in this forum. Theta healing is a healing meditative technique that accesses a theta brainwave. So if, as we're having our daily thoughts in our brains, that the constant chatter is a beta brainwave, alpha is usually in yoga or Reiki energy, a meditative state. Theta brainwave is normally in a deep sleep, in your dream state, or in hypnosis. And
so what attracted you to becoming a practitioner in this particular kind of healing? What attracted you?
Well, with my background as a registered nurse and then went into the holistic, I do Reiki and other modalities of meditation. The thing about theta healing is they have first premise is to have a belief in a higher source. So whether you call it Buddha, universe, but for me, the attraction was this has to do with your limiting subconscious beliefs. So every experience that we've had in our life, and even before we were born and gestating, is held in our DNA.
So what are like 1 or 2 key benefits that someone's going to expect when they come to this particular session that you're going to lead?
So for the creative, they may have some blocks that why am I not writing? Why I do not have time to put my thoughts down? Am I too concerned about what other people think about what I'm writing? That able to, with theta healing, in that session, we can muscle test if you really believe I can be successful in writing. People want to hear my voice or read my words. I know for me personally, when years ago when I was recording a meditation, that there was always a block when it was time to record it. And so in theta healing, you go up to the creator and ask, what is that about for that person? What's that block that they have? And I had a belief that no one wanted to hear my voice. Right. And so there's a way to show the writer, the creative soul, muscle test them to see that they have this belief. Because someone might say, oh, I don't really have that.
Right.
Because really only 10% of what's going on with us is conscious. 90% is subconscious.
Right, but below the surface.
Yeah, so I actually asked, or as a practitioner, witnessed the belief of no one wants to hear my voice, leaving my cells of my body, and you have to witness it however that is, and then have almost like a download that I know that people want to hear my voice, enjoy my voice. So I feel with the writers, different people have different blocks, and that we can clear those, and have them feel, in their entire being that,
Right.
they can, as a writer, people, they should trust their inner intuition. They're a true person, their true authentic self. So I'm hoping to share that and inspire and increase their creativity and be able to do that successfully and also easily. Sometimes people think that whether it's writing, that it has to be difficult and hard, it has to take a long time, and that's not really the truth.
Right. So I'm just going to make the assumption that if you're a writer or a blogger or an author or a poet, this might be beneficial, right?
Yes.
So how will that support? And I'm sure Lori wants to chime in this. How do all of these things support us as writers, as creators? How does that help?
Well, I had a writing retreat in April. Wonderful theta healer there, and we did it on Monday, the very first day of the full day of writing, because I thought we need to do this at the beginning and have people get in touch with what's blocking them and these beliefs, so that the rest of the week that they've spent time and they're going to spend treasure and time, they move more freely. The 2-hour session, which Caren will at the Gulfport Writing Retreat, was just one of the favorite parts of everybody for a whole week. So I'm just thrilled to bring someone of her level and caliber of 38 years blending, traditional and all the wonderful things. We could just do a whole show with Caren. And I wanted to add that conference, that special kind of workshop, right, with a guest expert. She's an expert at this. It's just, this just didn't happen yesterday. So I'm hoping that just frees and recharges the creativity from everybody from the get-go. Again, it's to put a presenter into a retreat.
That's so important. And I know that one of your other guests that was going to be joining us today and had some technical difficulties, the Rev Fairy Elaine Silver, she's going to also be participating. Tell us a little bit about what she's going to be doing.
Yes, well, Fairy Elaine, as I call her, is just a multi-talented songwriter, recording artist, healer, metaphysical minister. She's conducted hundreds of moon ceremonies, moon circles, with women all over the United States for a couple of decades. Mm-hmm. She's also produced 18 CDs. Known authors, including Alan Cohen, Marianne Williamson, Wayne Dyer, and Deepak Chopra. So she travels in the literary world as well. She's going to be conducting a private moon ceremony and concert for just the women who are in attendance. So I'm thrilled that she is going to be with us again. Again, her time with us for about 2 hours was one of the highest rated activities in our 6 days. So Fairy Elaine will be back with us. And I'm thrilled that we've got Fairy Elaine, we've got Caren, and we also have a third guest expert presenter. So lots of options and opportunities beyond the group instruction and the individual. It's a nice balance of both ends.
This sounds like so much fun. I mean, so much fun and so much value, and kind of like you want to say, pick me, I want to go too. So let's talk about how people can actually find out more about the retreat. Where can they go sign up? How do they find out more?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Caren. And if it's touched you in any way and you're just interested, I don't expect you to sign up today. It's an exploration to see if this is a good fit for you. And so you can go to the website, which is there on the screen, writersvisionquest.com. And the words are intentional that as a writer, you are on a quest, you're on a journey. And it's just my honor and it's my privilege to be that writing tour guide and to bring other dear ones that I care about and I know talent like Caren and Fairy Elaine and others to support you in that journey. Now there is a really amazing offering. So if you go there to Writer's Vision Quest and you check out the information until August, there is an early bird pricing. You can save up to $463. This is a real value. Also, something exciting, Caren, is the first 7 women registered are going to get this bonus coaching session with my editor. She is gifted her book, The Art of Inspiration, the award #1 in writing and publishing. She's helped over 200 people, a lot of women, publish their books. So get time with her. Run, do not stop, do not pass go. This is very tangible. She charges $300 for an hour of her skill levels. So if you've got a book, you've got a project, she will actually look at some of your pages and do some coaching with you. So again, until August 29th, and you'll find out about me. I'm not going to change and move the early bird date just because people are responding or not. If I say it's August 29th, it's August 29th, and you can hold me to that. People will tell you that about.
You're a woman of your word. You're a woman of your word, and that's important. So yeah, and that's important. I know how frustrating it is, how frustrating for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people. You hear things on the internet, and it must be true. I'm serious. I'm not, but you hear things, and then you realize that it's.
I find that
very frustrating. Ahead. I think we lost you, Lori.
I was going to.
Okay, we have lost sound here. I'm not sure what's going on. Caren, let's see if you have a sound. Any last thoughts? I can hear you. Any thoughts from you that you'd like to share to encourage people to check this out so that they can meet you, Lori, and Fairy Lane?
Well, I think all the things that Lori talked about are amazing. And I think that community of women together, of writers, is inspirational as well. Plus, beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida. So to come into that beautiful city, it has lots of.
We're getting feedback. Oh my goodness, weather coming into wherever you guys are, and we totally lost Caren. She's gone. So, as I like to say, we're only as good as our technology. On any given moment, I'm going to try to bring Caren back into the show right now as we get ready to say goodbye. Lori, any last minute thoughts that you'd like to share with our viewers as to how they can get engaged with you? Or maybe not. So I'm going to encourage you all to go to writersvisionquest.com. Check out the site.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
So we're going to apologize for the sound today. We're having some major technology issues in terms of connectivity. But I know that you can go and get in touch with Lori, and we're just going to raise the roof right now, right? Woohoo! And I want to thank you for being with us today. And I want to thank our viewers. We know that you have a choice as to how to spend your time, and we want to thank you for spending time with us. Lori is doing the hand dance over there. Any last thoughts? Maybe let's see if we can get you in just before we take off. Lori, any last thoughts?
Can you hear me?
Sometimes.
Okay. I wanted to close with a quote, which was from Audrey Hepburn, who's a favorite. She said, "The beauty of a woman is in the caring she lovingly gives, the passion she shows."
The passion quote. I love passion quotes. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, all of you who have been watching today. We want to thank you for joining us today, and I will see you next time on the next episode of The Passion Point. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.